Welcome to Expand Your Fempire with Caterina Rando, the podcast for women in business on a mission, sharing ideas to support you to grow, lead, and thrive. Now, here's your host, Caterina Rando.
This is Caterina Rando, and I am blessing to be with you for another episode of the Expand Your Fempire podcast. This past week, I hosted our annual Shero Speaker Summit. This is our 2-day fun, info-packed, networking, intensive, lots of education on how to use speaking to bliss and thrive in your business, how to cultivate long-term and lifelong clients, starting with speaking as a marketing tool, using it for group programs, for retreats, for train the trainer. We call it the Shero Speaker Summit because the idea is you're a super Shero in your business, that speaking is a superpower. For that reason, we send out packets with fun things, including capes for all the ladies, satin, multicolored, different color capes. At this event, one of the first things I like to talk about is CAPE, C-A-P-E. CAPE is an acronym that stands for certainty, authenticity, positivity, and enthusiasm. I wanted to discuss CAPE with you today, not the whole thing. I want to talk with you specifically about certainty. And the reason is because at the Shero Speaker Summit, when I said to the gals that were there, which one of these do you want to amplify? Which one of these do you want to upgrade the most? The majority of the women in the virtual summit said certainty. You know that I want to support you not only with your phenomenal speaking to build influence and grow your business, I also want to support you with your sales. And this acronym, CAPE, certainty, authenticity, positivity, and enthusiasm, is equally important and valuable for your sales. Today, I was talking with some of the gals that are in our Thrive at Sales class. Today was the final day of the 9-week sales accelerator. I talked with them about CAPE. I talked with them about how to amplify and upgrade their certainty. I want to share with you. You, I'm guessing, have a desire to be more certain in your speaking and to be more certain with your selling. And I can make this assumption because even if you have certainty in your speaking, and even if you have certainty in your selling, there's always more levels of certainty because there's more levels of mastery. When you have certainty in your selling, certainty in your speaking, this is you, bing, 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 moving towards mastery. And that's the goal. In our time together today, I'm going to share with you 8 strategies that you can embrace to be more certain right away in your speaking and your selling. Number 1, decide on certainty. Decide that you want to be more confident. You want to be more certain. You want to be sure that you have massive value to bring. You want to be sure that you can give a speech and come home with clients. You want to be sure that you can talk to people about working with you and you can gain clients. Make a decision that it's important to you. That's the first thing. With this is also for you to decide that you are going to devote more hours to this pursuit. If it's speaking, more speaking. If it is sales, more sales conversations, which will result in more sales. The first strategy is decide, because so many times people tell me what they want. Hey, I want to be better at my sales. Hey, I want to do more speaking. I want to speak more. They don't, though, make a decision to give it more time. And that's what it's going to take. I remember when I first started to do my own live and in-person events, 2 days at a hotel in a ballroom, talking to people, many speeches and workshops added to fill those events. There were months when I was having 40, 60 hours of platform time. I might give 2 speeches a day. I was doing days of training. And you know what I noticed? In the months that I was doing 10 hours of public speaking, that was okay. The more public speaking I did, the more masterful I got at public speaking. Because public speaking is not just the speech. It's how are you before the speech with the audience when you're visiting with them? Are you remembering everybody's name? Are you connecting with them? Are you able to turn on a dime if something happens in the room and not lose your cool? Can you make a joke in an instant if somebody says something inappropriate to warm the room back up and get them back with you? There's all of these little nuances. Don't even get me started with making your offer, which is a completely another skill for you to master. I noticed the more hours on the platform, the more masterful I became. Decide to give speaking or sales, if that is what you want to shine the spotlight on, more attention. And let me say about sales, the more people you talk to that you have built influence with, that you have built rapport with, that you have communicated that you genuinely care with, the more people will become your client. Number 2, innovative strategy to build your certainty. This super tip comes from my good friend / VIP client, Tracy Ann Ty, who was in our Thrive at Sales Accelerator today. And she said what she does is she has a list of I am statements that she's written down in her Thriving Women in Business journal that we give all of the participants in our program and classes. I am statements. I'm requesting right now that you grab a piece of paper or a journal, unless you're driving, and you write down 20 I am statements to remind you of the awesome, amazing, fabulous woman you are. And if you don't have any idea how to start, let me start for you. You can grab all of these. I am a woman on a mission. I am blissing to be in my own business. I am blissing to build influence with ease. I attract amazing clients to me with ease. I am a strong and powerful woman. I am a woman with massive value to bring. I uplift everyone I come in contact with. I am awesome and amazing. I am a super Shero. I am building my fempire. I am a woman who wears her heart all over her business. Everybody wants me because I am phenomenal. I am a woman who builds community with ease. I am a woman who creates connection with ease. I am a woman that can easily ask others to be my clients. I am a woman that's great at creating rapport. I'm a woman that is so talented at delivering massive, massive value. I'm a woman whose clients get great results. I'm a woman whose clients keep coming back. I'm a woman that gets a ton of referrals. Bing, bing, bing. These are some examples of I am statements that I'm inviting you not only to write down, I'm inviting you to read them every day, to get them in your subconscious, to have them be literal reminders of the businesswoman, the saleswoman, the speaker you are. Thank you, Tracy Ty, for that fabulous exercise. I love it. It is powerful. I am doing it myself because, my friend, we have to be our own best cheerleader. We're the one who is with us 24/7. We're the one who has to lift us up every single day. Number 3 innovative strategy to build more certainty. Move towards mastery with your self-care. A great night's sleep is great for sales. Exercising before a speech is great for your speech. Doing stretches for speakers super supports you before you get on the platform. Drinking lots of water, not cold water, warm water with lemon and honey, or at least room temperature water, supports your throat as a speaker. All of those self-care things that you know support you, let's move towards mastery on them so that we can sell more and speak more effectively, because that impacts your confidence. That impacts that certainty, that belief that you have massive value to bring. What can you do? I'm asking you right now, my friend, what can you do to boost moving towards mastery with your self-care? Number 4, project a positive outcome. Visualize the outcome you want. I remember going way back in my early years, I was doing a workshop. I had a group program that was starting the next day. I wanted 10 people in my group program. My friend, the day before, I only had one person signed up, Depresso. I was, however, determined. Now, sidebar, this is a guiding principle I hope you're embracing in your business. Take your disappointment, take your Depresso, take your discouragement, and turn it into determination. And here's the truth of what happened. The day before, I was at the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, and I heard a speaker talk about this idea of visualizing the outcome you want. And I loved this idea. I came back to my office. I made my list of everyone I wanted to invite to join my group program. And I did something before I started my calls. This is before Facebook, my friends. This is before direct messaging. I was probably even before texting. I can't remember. Before I made my phone calls, as I dial the number, I'm imagining them on the other end of the phone, thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, I hope Caterina calls me today. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about working with Caterina. Maybe she'll ring. That's what I thought about. That's what I projected in my mind. Projecting a positive outcome. And I'm telling you, by the end of that day, with my determination in full swing and my projecting positive outcome in more than I had ever done before, at the end of that day, that group program was filled. 9 signups in one day. That's pretty good without giving a speech, if not phenomenal. And I'm really pausing here because I want to make sure that that's what you're doing before you get on the phone, before you give a speech. I remember I was in Italy many years ago, and this gal said to me, she was getting ready for her speech, and she said, oh my gosh, I hope nobody asks me a question I don't have the answer to. She was so distracted by that fear, as opposed to telling herself, hey, if somebody asks me a question, I'm going to know the answer. And if I don't, it's all good too. Really, really important that you pay attention. Are you projecting positive outcomes every day or not? Especially as it relates to your speaking and your selling. That was number 4. Project a positive outcome and visualize that positive outcome in your mind's eye. Number 5, feel the feeling that you are going to have and meditate on that feeling. When I say meditate on that feeling, let me explain. Right now, take a deep breath and feel the feeling of getting the sale that you're seeking right now. Today, I talked to a fabulous gal who came to the Shero Summit about joining our Expand Your Fempire year-long elite mastermind program. This also includes a 5-day mastermind cruise. I'm getting ready to have her second conversation early next week. Between now and that call that we're doing next Tuesday, I'm going to several times imagine that conversation. And I'm going to imagine she's going to say yes. Now that's the projecting positive outcome part we've just discussed. Also, though, I'm going to feel, how does it feel when she or someone signs up for that exciting program that I love to mentor women with? It feels great. And I'm going to feel that in my body. And then I'm going to bask in that feeling for as long as I can. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And I want to meditate in the energy of that really good feeling. And the more I can do that, the more that is going to support me to expect success when I do that sales call. Same thing for speaking. I want you to see yourself on that next big stage. See everyone on the edge of their seats, smiling, nodding their head, giving you their full attention, because they are so with you and connected to you and resonating with you and your powerful message. See it in your mind. That's the projecting positive outcome. Then feel it in your body and bask in that feeling for as long as you can, and do it several times leading up to your speech, leading up to a particular sales conversation. Number 6, let in the acknowledgments. Cynthia Varkavisser, another phenomenal gal in our Thrive at Sales Accelerator, she said today, I am going to really stop and set an intention that I'm going to fully hear and let it in when people acknowledge me. Cynthia, you make me bliss. The reason is so often we deflect acknowledgement. We deflect when someone is saying how awesome and amazing and fabulous and helpful and supportive we are. Make a choice to let in the acknowledgments from others. And I also want you to capture and curate and cull those acknowledgments. What do I mean? Right now, I am sitting at the dining room table in my home. I have a really beautiful office upstairs with a nice wraparound desk and 3 monitors, and I seem to prefer working in the dining room. On my dining room table, I have a stack of thank you cards from clients telling me how my work with them has impacted their lives. I have above my television, got a big entertainment center. I've got more cards. Thanks, thank you. You're the best. I'm grateful. Underneath that, I've got more stacks. The point is, I cannot forget because they're right here. If I need a boost, they're right here. If I have doubt, I just look up and they're all over. What are you doing to keep some of those acknowledgments right in front of you? On my computer, I have testimonials, posts that clients have put unsolicited on Facebook. Those make my day big time. Capture those. That will support you in amplifying your certainty. Number 7. I love this one. Have some souvenirs of your success. Years ago, the first time I was ever in a sales contest, I won 3rd place. This was at the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce to get other business owners to sign up for memberships at the San Francisco Chamber. And I came in 3rd place, my first time I'd ever done any sales. At the time, I owned my cafe and catering business where people walk through the door all day. I didn't need to do any sales. 3rd prize was a $100 gift certificate to Saks Fifth Avenue. I took my $100 gift certificate to Saks Fifth Avenue and I bought myself my first super fancy business card holder. I bought a Fendi business card holder. Gorgeous. Every time I pulled out this business card holder, not only did I feel like $1 million and a stylish businesswoman, it reminded me that I won that sales contest. Now, even though it was 3rd place, that was a sign of success because I had never had any sales success previously. I will tell you The next year, I won top prize, which was 2 tickets to Italy. And the next year, I won another prize, which was 2 tickets to somewhere else. The first time I published a book, we framed that book cover with the invitation to the book launch and celebration that we had downtown at a fancy art gallery right next to the Fairmont Hotel. Proof that I know how to publish books and I know how to host fancy events. That's a souvenir. When you come to the Thriving Women in Business Center in San Francisco, we have group photos of many of the retreats that we've hosted. Those are souvenirs of the success that I've had the privilege to cultivate through my business. What are your success souvenirs? And do you have them out where they're there to remind you on a daily basis that you have massive value to bring, that you can sell, that you can speak, that you are a woman on a mission with massive value to bring? Number 8, celebrate. I'm hoping that you have a celebration ritual, your own personal celebration ritual that you do every time you get a sale or every time you have a successful talk. It could be whatever your version is of popping the top off a champagne bottle. Here's what I do. When I get a sale, I do a little dance and a little twirl in my office. At the Shero Summit, we had red, crinkly Mylar pom-poms. They look great, they sound great, and I have decided I am adding that to my personal celebration when I get a sale. I have a friend who every time she would make a big sale, she would take 10% of that sale and spend it on herself. And she had a list of all the things that she was going to get for herself with that 10%. And it made it so sweet for her when she would be able to reward herself after getting a big sale. Take a moment. What are you going to do to celebrate your speaking success and your selling success? Whatever works for you, come up with something, do it, and keep upgrading it. My friend, we have discussed several ways for you to amplify your certainty with your speaking, with your selling. I'm inviting you to pick 1 or 2 of these that you are going to implement right away. Listen to this episode again. Pick the ones that you like, that you want to embrace. And you don't have to, of course, implement them all right now. Start to implement the ones you can right away and make a plan for when you're going to implement the next ones. And you know what? Here's another one, bonus strategy. Tell a friend you want to be more certain in your speaking, in your selling, and ask if they want that too. And support each other and acknowledge each other and remind each other that you are awesome and you have massive value to bring. And read to each other your I am statements and have a certainty call once a week for 10 minutes to keep moving you more towards certainty with your massive value. Certainty, authenticity, positivity, and enthusiasm. Wear your cape whenever you're speaking. Wear your cape whenever you're selling, because you, my friend, have massive value to bring. There is a lifetime supply of people to serve. The more you get masterful and certain with your speaking and your selling, the more you're going to soar. And most importantly, the more you're going to uplift and impact lives. This is Caterina Rando, inviting you to join me for an upcoming free virtual workshop, inviting you to check out my website, CaterinaRando.com, inviting you to download our Expand Your Fempire app, inviting you to connect with me on Facebook. I would love to have you join our Facebook group, send me a friend request, and of course, step into our amazing, thriving women in business community. Until then, keep bringing your massive value with your big heart. Bing, bing, bing.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Expand Your Fempire with Caterina Rando.